Hey, it's Julie Ziemlos, 365 Hawaii Real Estate.
And I'm Amber Lane with the 365 team as well.
And we are sitting in our listing that we have for sale. It is located in the Kailua Village, right in the middle of Kailua Village in Kona. And what we're going to be talking about today is the benefits and the amenities of buying a condo in downtown. Waking up in downtown Kona has a lot of things that you can do. So Amber, tell us what would you do if you woke up in the morning down here? Where would you go?
Okay, well, we're right on the ocean. So what I would do was I'd get outside, I'd go take a stroll along the Lee Drive, jump in at the pier into the water, swim out to the first few buoys, get back out, and I'd go grab a coffee. We're here in Kona, so this is the heart of coffee country. I'd probably go to the Menehune Coffee Company, which is in the King Cam Hotel, and then just take a stroll home with my coffee.
There you go. And you know what? Downtown has also a variety of different coffee shops from the pier all the way down to Coconut Grove. So there's at least 7 or 8 different places that you can actually have your coffee and your breakfast.
Where would you go for coffee?
Well, you know what? Before I have coffee, I usually like to go for a run. And running down Ali'i Drive down to Honol's, which is about a mile out of town going south, and then coming back and running through downtown is pretty cool because you kind of see the day open up downtown. And then I'd have to start actually my day with a pastry because that's what I do. And one of the places I love to get a big fat pastry is at the Lava Java restaurant. And that is a great place to look at the view of the bay, and sometimes the dolphins come in the morning there as well. And that's one of the most popular restaurants that you can go to for breakfast here in the village.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're in the heart of fun right now. What's around us here?
We got Humpies, we got Laverne's, we got Huggos across the street.
We got something that we have dancing. We've got more drinks and a little more drinks and dancing, plus food over there.
And all of them come with a sunset.
That's right. That's what the best part about being on this part of town right now is the fact that there is so many different things that you can do. We've got gelato over there. We've got Foster's, which has a second floor view. We've got Lava Java. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner all here with a little bit of fun and dancing and trivia night, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So Humpies also has fun nights for trivia. You know, one of the things I really like about downtown is that we have a variety of different eateries on the ocean. And so, kind of like, if you know downtown, if you went to go watch a sunset, where would you like to eat your dinner?
I mean, you gotta go to Huggo's. Huggo's is right on the water. They have sand that you can put your feet in. They have all the fancy drinks, and they have a really good menu too.
Right, and then next to Huggo's on the Rocks is regular Huggo's, which is like a fine dining establishment. And then also one of the companies that's owned by Huggo's and Huggo's on the Rocks is Kai Eats and Drinks, and that is right on the ocean. And I like to go there because they have amazing steak tacos, and it's actually kind of affordable. And then also one of the things that I think that people like to go to is having a Mai Tai at the Kona Inn.
Oh, that's my absolute favorite. Anyone who comes to visit, I take them there immediately.
Yeah, and then if you're like kind of like going down along the edges, the fish hopper has really good fish, and it has a great view of the ocean, and you can get some really good like lava flows and some different kinds of drinks there too. And then I think that if you go around the edges, and the Big Kahuna is known for one of its best hamburgers. Oh, and speaking of hamburgers, Onaloa Grill. It's not on the ocean, but Chris Colby, who's the owner, best fish tacos and the 12th best hamburger on Yelp. So we have like a lot of different things going on downtown.
And the beauty of being down here is that you can walk to all of them.
Right. And you can drink and not drive.
Exactly.
And you can get a chance to jump in the ocean at any time you want. There's 2 beaches here. Just a lot to do. If you like are an outdoor enthusiast, you can rent paddle boards and different kinds of things that you can float out on the ocean with in front of the King Cam Hotel. And then also a lot of the condos also have snorkel gear. Snorkeling I hear is amazing. And also floating devices if you just want. I do that sometimes. I go out to the pier here and I float around.
And then if you want to take a boat charter, you can hop on the Body Glove that comes out of the Kona Pier too.
And a glass bottom boat tour too.
Oh yeah.
And also you can get on the submarine.
The submarine.
Yeah. So there's so much to do down here. It's actually pretty fun. And then let's not forget the history of the culture of Hawaii.
Yeah, this is one of the most culturally significant spots in West Hawaii.
Right. In fact, we're right next to one of the first churches ever built in the whole Hawaiian Islands. And also the Hulihi Palace is a great place to take a tour and learn more about the Hawaiian monarchy and how Kona was actually created by King Kamehameha.
And you can't see it right now, but there's even canoers out there right now.
So outrigger canoes. There's an outrigger
the paddling
canoe
hub to watch the canoe paddlers.
Right. And you can also watch the cruise ships come in on Wednesdays.
rocks, and this is where you go to get a Mai Tai, put your feet in the sand, and do a little dancing.
Right, and then next door is Huggo's, which is more of a fine dining restaurant, and you gotta get your sauteed mushrooms, and that also has a beautiful sunset view. And next to that is Dine's Mai Tai bar at the Royal Kona Resort. Mai Tais, they're all here.
So you don't really come to Kona for the nightlife. Big Island's all about the nature. But if you were to go out, where are some places you would go?
So a lot of people like to do, if you're like a younger person, the Laverne's has music and it has the night scene. It's one of the few bars that actually stays open until like, I think like 1 o'clock in the morning. Everything else, the sidewalks get rolled up pretty quick around here. Like we were just talking about the fact that in Waikiki, it is so loud in the middle of town until like 1 o'clock in the morning because so many people are out in the bars and the nightlife. Here, pretty much everybody gets out early in the morning at the crack of dawn to have coffee more than they stay out until 1 o'clock in the morning drinking. And so, but there is a couple of clubs you can watch. There's a couple of clubs here. There's Happiness Hawaii, and then there's music at like the Temple Bar. So another place that you can go dancing is Huggo's on the Rocks, which they have a lot of, especially on special occasions, they like everyone's dancing in the sand. And then also Humpy's is where a lot of people go for their beers because they're
And the games.
And their games. They have trivia night. Right? And so again, all within walking distance. And the one thing too that's kind of fun is that if you do want to leave the city center itself, you can walk from downtown to the Kona Brewery and also Ola Brewery, and so you can actually have a nice little experience of tasting local food and drinks, and that's all walking distance of just right here where we're sitting.
That's right.
Okay, so we're standing behind Temple Bar, which is actually relatively new, and it has a beautiful, like, right on the street bar that you can watch the fireworks of the 4th of July, and also the whales and the dolphins and all the good stuff. And then also my friend Chris Colby owns Onaloa Grill, which has one of the best hamburgers and fish tacos in Kona. What do you like?
Well, the Thai food, Thai Rin, is really good right here. And then there's also the Gupton Gallery that you can walk through and find some really beautiful artwork.
And you can talk to the Gupton guy, Al Gupton, on Friday nights. He's actually in residence doing his artwork, and he likes to talk to tourists. So all the cool stuff just right here too.
Julie is like the event expert. So if you were going to tell people about the events in Kona, what would you say?
Well, right down the street that walks right through the downtown, we've got the King Kamehameha parade every year. 4th of July and Christmas usually has parades. We've got the Ironman World Championship. You've got once a month, you've got the Sunday Stroll, which has all of our local vendors sitting right here on Leahy Drive. They close off the street. And then we also have a food truck festival once a month as well. So there's always something kind of going on down here. So find what is going to be happening down here, and then book your stay anywhere in these condos, and you're going to be right in the middle of it all happening.
We're right here down on Leahy Drive, right in front of Waterfront Row.
And right behind us is St. Michael's Catholic Church, and as you can see right behind that, that is where Kailua Village Complex is, where they're selling the condo. You know, one of the things about Kailua Kona is the fact that it is an older town. You see right behind us, there's a lot of historic aspects of this town. What would you think would be the vibe, you could say, of this space?
It's definitely like an old Hawaii charm that it has. They say it was a fishing village with a drinking problem.
Yeah, and if people who are watching this who might have been in Kona back in the 70s and early 80s, this was like a party town. And you know what? There's a lot of people who still come here. They come here all the time because they love Kona so much. So I think the vibe also has to include happy tourists, people coming here because they love just being in, the tropical experience of downtown. But also, I think the people have a feeling that they're in a place that you can't get anywhere else in the Hawaiian Islands.
Yeah.
That this is a special place, and we kind of joke around and say some of the buildings are old. But also the fact is that it has like a place that you could not find anywhere else. And even Disney hasn't been able to recreate the village here that we have here in Hawaii.
We're right in front of Papa Kona and Kamana Kitchen down here on Waterfront Row.
And if you haven't been in this building, if you park yourself on a chair out in front of this building, the most amazing ocean view. It's on 2nd and 3rd floor. You guys, seriously, the view from up this building is amazing. And also, you've got Crazy Shirts and also Andy's Cafe for little bakery items. So when we're talking about how the old charm of Kona is, I think that there's some change coming. So what do you think?
I think Kona's on the brink of some major change that's going to happen over the next couple decades. We had investors buy the Kona Seaside, which turned into the Pacific 19. It's a really cute, trendy little hotel. We have Uncle Billy's right now that's going under some major renovations. And then we have the Kona Inn that's for sale too. So I really think that people are looking to invest in this community. They see the potential, and there's going to be a breath of fresh air coming through here in a matter of time.
Right, because you know what? They're not making too many towns next to the ocean left in America. And so this is going to start growing, and I think we'll keep the downtown charm and keep it so that it has that feeling, but we'll get a chance to have more people be able to kind of get more of the amenities that you'd want in like a bigger city. Here, another hotel is going to be built just down the street as well, so it brings another brand new hotel into the mix. And also, don't forget, a while ago, the King Kamehameha Hotel had put millions of dollars in renovating their hotel. So, so keeping the old, but moving forward to the new.
We're in front of Kona Inn. This is where I take everyone who comes to visit. First stop, come get a Mai Tai. It's a little taste of old Hawaii and the best Mai Tai in town.
Yep. In fact, the older people in this town say this used to be the place for the community to come together after work and have a drink. And it's still a great place to have a drink because, again, I'm all about the view, and the view from the Kona Inn is amazing. And when the sun starts to set, they take the top of the restaurant. It's like on a tarp, and they go open it up, and all of a sudden you just see the sky, and everyone says, "Ooh, it's a really good experience." So. Mai Tais. So in terms of a cool opportunity to purchase without buying on the high side of condos, this condo is only $475,000. But some of the other condos, especially all the way down into Keauhou, can be hundreds of thousands of dollars more than being in downtown. I mean, isn't that true?
That is true. I mean, we're below the median price range here in this area, and you have everything that Kona Town has to offer. So to me, it's a no-brainer.
Right, and if you want to go north, right, those condos are running in millions of dollars to be next to the ocean. And then you're up in the Waikoloa area where there's nobody actually who lives there, where if you're downtown, you're actually near where people actually live. So you get more of a flavor of this island right here in this downtown area.
And when people come to visit, this is where they want to be. And they don't want to have to drive around everywhere and deal with parking. So to be able to have the free parking spot and just go by foot, it's really ideal for any short-term vacation rental.
Right, and another thing too, there's still a ton of amenities around it. People can go up to the coffee farms, they can go up to the cloud forest, they can run around town. It really is a great place to just kind of start your vacation off. And so if you are an investor, there is opportunities all in this downtown area. And if you're trying to live here and you want to live in downtown and walk to coffee and run in the morning and everything else you can do that too. So in the heart of the shopping center here at the Kona Inn, we have Clover and Mug that also has a secondary location that we filmed before at the Keauhou Shopping Center. And you guys seriously, come for some coffee in the morning, walk out onto the lawn and sit on the wall and watch the dolphins out in front of the bay, because this is one of those spaces that's right there next to the bay.
And Aloha Vibes is one of our newest trendy restaurants with a really good menu and nice cocktails. So if you want to buy a condo downtown, what would you do?
Well, then you call us. So if you want to find out what's on the market and how we can actually help you, we have a great website. You can sign up, you can see what's on the market. You can also get on listing alerts so you can see what's coming on the market. You can also call us. We have a ton of experience in working with investment condos in West Hawaii. So look at www.365hawaiire.com for all the good stuff. And also you can join our ohana if you plan on living here. We actually have an ecosphere of putting people together with volunteer opportunities and finding friends, so that this is not just a place to live, but a place you can call home. So I'm happy that you guys got a chance to learn more about downtown. Hopefully you'll come out here, and I think this has been fun telling them.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, with that we say
aloha.